Hey, you guys. Had to come back and go live. I probably will make my next video tomorrow. So I won't be live tomorrow, but I will today and probably like Saturday because Aaron is off. So we'll probably do another ride along video like we did last night. I got my little, wait a minute, hold on. I got my little teamy tea. I had to go buy some nectar because I couldn't drink it just by itself. It has this crazy nasty aftertaste and I couldn't deal with it. So I had to make sure I had my tea ready so I could talk to y'all times a day. So this is the second time and this is the last time until I got to take the other half of the tea tonight. So I wanted to talk about something that me and Aaron have been talking about. One second, straighten this up for y'all. I wanted to talk about something that me and Aaron have been talking about for months now, like off and on. It becomes like topic of conversation here and there, and it's about shut up rings. If you don't know what a shut up ring is, let me enlighten you some. A shut up ring is what a man or whatever your preference is. Let me not, genderize it. Shut up ring is what a person gives to another person to shut them up about marriage and building a future in a life with them. So if Aaron was ready to get married and I wasn't, but I wanted to buy myself some time, I would get him a engagement ring to shut him up and then buy myself some more time. So that is what a shut up ring is. So that I hope I explained that right. Is that your definition of it? Is that how you would explain it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the definition or our definition of what a shut up ring is. It is something that you give a person. You give a pseudo proposal, even if you don't plan on getting married anytime soon, or if you don't plan on moving to the next step. You just kind of give like this fake proposal. Hold on, because I need to let my group know that I'm live. You give this fake proposal when you know for a fact you have no intentions on actually getting married anytime soon. So the reason that that has been a conversation is because there's some people in our lives since we've moved to Georgia, and we have experienced it more since we've been here than we have ever before. And it's always a situation where the guy comes to us, one of the guys, like, a guy would come to us and they'll like complain about how the girl is ready to get married, but they're not. And I mean, the crazy should be they be together for like 10 years. They've been together since high school or whatever the is. Tired of waiting, she can get babies, move on to the next place, and she's ready to and he's not. He is not ready to get married. He is not in the business of whatever it is that she's talking about. And what it turns into is the and I. Like we have the same understanding, but Aaron feels one way about it and I feel another way about it. I would rather you just go ahead and leave. That's usually my MO anyway. I would rather a person just go ahead and leave instead of hanging around trying to I guess what's the word? Instead of trying to hold on to something that isn't realistic. You know what I mean? And Aaron's whole thing is a woman shouldn't have no say so in when she gets engaged or the ring or anything like that. So like he kind of sees the guy's point of view. Like you have to let the guy be ready, and when he's ready, do the right thing. And I guess I kind of understand it from that standpoint of understand letting the man be a man and letting him propose when he's ready. Sorry, y'all. Letting him propose when he is ready. But I also feel like if you've been with a person for more than 2, 3 years and you're still not ready to get married, don't give her false hope by giving her a fake ring that you're not planning on seeing it forward, because usually what women tend to do is we get the ring and then we start planning a wedding. Like really buying it, I look at it. Y'all don't feel like you're slowing down this process or like scratching some itch that she may have. I feel like, because what she's going to do is she's going to get the engagement ring or whatever you want to call it, the shut up ring. She's going to get the ring, and then her next thing is going to be, so when are we getting married? We should pick a. Going to like, when are we going to pick a date? What colors do you want? Like, that's away from. If you desire to, then you gotta leave him alone. And I mean, maybe what you know, just never want to have. You should just go about your business and stop give hope, because you know that you ain't about to marry her. Keep it funky and walk on the way. And to the reason the conversation even came up, because I ever watch a lot of the Breakfast Club when he dropped for emo. So like off of emotion where men cheat, and I feel like it's kind of like it's all like if man isn't doing the right thing or making you feel on to the next person, so make you feel wanted and make you feel good about yourself, because maybe your wife ain't told you you look good, or your husband ain't told you you look good, and it all spot like the whole conversation just a it's not just a mouth, it's an emotion. If I bruise your ego, I hurt your feelings. So emotion too. And you hear it when you watch these shows, and they be like, she didn't make me feel wanted, she didn't make me feel appreciated, she didn't make me feel like, I was sexy no more. And when we all emotion, it is all emotion. And the difference between a woman and a man is a woman will verbally tell you that you're not doing something and you will ignore her, and then she goes and cheats. Whereas though a man will not tell you that he's feeling that way. He won't even give you a goddamn heads up that he is feeling that way. A man will just feel those feelings and then go cheat. And then after he's cheated, after he's hurt you, after he has done whatever it is that he's going to do, then he'll be like, well, I cheated because you ain't make me feel good no more. It's an ego thing, and I just wanted to see if I still had it because you don't show me. And I'm like, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. Because if you talked and if you listen, we could avoid a lot of cheating.
That's a problem. A lot of people don't want to talk.
True.
A lot of niggas, a lot of men, they can't talk, which is bullshit in itself. Because, like you say, if you don't get, you don't communicate, niggas can't get to the bottom of the problem. But a lot of men don't talk about their feelings.
But I mean, do you think that's because of how y'all are brought up as boys, that you're not supposed to be soft and you're not supposed to talk about your feelings? Like,
Yeah,
has made y'all so tough that you don't feel like it's about your feelings?
I'm not. That's completely it. Stop.
I shouldn't have let up. I'm sorry.
No, but that's completely it. I mean, that's it right there. Like a lot of niggas, a lot of niggas don't talk about feelings because they got like this hard exterior, and then for
True.
them to have feelings, that's like a chink, that's like a chink in the armor, like a soft spot in the armor. And then you break that down, then that's it.
I mean,
They go with bitches or some shit. I don't know.
did you call them bitches?
I don't know though. I mean, but that's normally what it is. Yo, you like most niggas.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. Connection cut out. They are doing some construction around here in my apartment, and it is definitely interfering with all our Wi-Fi and all our internet. They are installing AT&T. I don't know what Carrington Court is doing right now, but that's what they doing. Anyway, so, and hey, how you doing, Nova? Luna. So what we were talking about was men. Um, what we were talking about were men not feeling like they can express their feelings. We're doing good. It is raining and it is cold, so I'm staying in the house today and trying to keep warm. And I've been talking to the husband all day, and we got into a deep conversation about the double standard between men and women, and why it's okay for men to do one thing and women to do another thing, and then that snowballed into men proposing just to get their woman off their backs, and then you really don't have no plan on marrying them. So it's been like this real deep conversation that I decided that I wanted to bring to the live and see how everybody else feels about it, because I already know how my friends feel, and I already know how his friends feel. All his female friends are on my side, and all my male friends is on his side. That's where we at today.
But it's not really a deadlock because we both saying the same thing.
We kind of saying the same thing. Except for the thing is, I just feel like when you were watching the Breakfast Club, I hate that men feel like that women only do things purely off of emotion.
No,
but that's what you said. Charlamagne said that we as women do things off of our emotions.
Yeah, but I would say watch the whole thing when they talk about it, because cousin Jeff puts up he puts up his own thing, and it's like at the end of the day, men don't even want to hear if their woman did anything. Like if your woman cheat, don't tell me.
Don't tell me.
Right, yeah, no, but that's how most men. That's how most men carry it. Like, if they cheat, they get caught. That's one thing, But then if the woman cheat, and it's like, a nigga don't want to know about it. He don't want to know. He don't want to know nothing. He doesn't want to know anything that you did, said, text messages, none of that. He don't even want to know what the nigga look like. Although Charlamagne said he just want to know. If he's bigger, like is he bigger than me?
See, but that's what it always comes down to. It always comes down to if somebody is bigger than you or the craziness.
But most of the time, most of the time when a man asks questions, like I guess you could say the right man, like although he don't want to know, he'll still ask questions because it is a situation where he want to know what he did wrong. You dig? Like what he want to know what is that guy doing that he's not doing.
True. I think that we.
And that's
she said speak up. She can't hear you.
Really?
Yeah, sorry. You don't talk loud enough, Papa.
No, but I'm I'm just saying, like, if a man, like, we talk about it all the time. You talk about it all the time when it comes up with engagement rings and shit. Now, hell, we seen it on Maury. Like, you see it on Maury where the guy got busted for cheating, and then all of a sudden, this motherfucker jumps down on his knees and he drops on his knees and he gives him a ring. Like, will you marry me? And it's like the results ain't even come out yet.
But see, that's a shut up ring. You do that. You make that initial proposal with the hopes that once all your dirt comes out, she'll forget about it because you've given her a ring. And it's like, for men to think that we're that gullible, that we're just going to take the ring and forget all your sins, I think that's what irritates me.
I don't think it's being gullible. It's just, they try to play to your insecurities. They try to play. I think those men that do that, they playing to her insecurities.
Right, but that means that you think that I'm gullible.
That's all she wants. No.
Right, but that means that you think that I'm dumb, and you think that I don't, like, my feelings don't go deeper than that ring. Wanting to marry you is a choice that I have decided that's what I wanted. Just like loving you, being happy, those are all decisions. Those are all choices that as women we make. We choose to love you. We choose to want to marry you because you guys are not the only guy in the world. So you take that ring and you take that symbol and you kind of play me a little bit, because it's like we on the, like you said, the Maury show. We on the Maury show for cheating. I know I got caught, and I know for a fact there's a camera in the decoy, like, you know, in the green room, and I know that they got probably a camera. But you get what I'm saying? Like she, you know that I'm about to get, like, I'm about to get in trouble. What can I do that's dramatic enough for her to stay with me even when these results come out the wrong way?
I'm sorry, real shit. Play dead, motherfucker. Like, don't pull out no ring and be like, "Will you marry me?" Like, that's gonna stop everything, because you still, that's still the conversation.
Yeah, well, maybe for some reason.
That is still,
Yeah,
that is still a conversation. Fuck
the
that.
ring is tainted. I agree.
Not even tainted. It's like, yo, that is still the conversation. All things is about to happen. Like, you already know you about to get your ass handed to you.
If you already know the type, see, that is when I tell women you don't give it all before you get married. You don't let him know the things that are going to keep you around. Sometimes it's good to have secrets in your relationship because you want to always have a little bit of surprise. Because if I give it all to you, then you know how to play me. You know the things that's going to, like, calm me down, and you get out of trouble quickly. Like, I be watching these movies in here sometimes, and it seemed like the ongoing thing in all the movies, yeah, it's not coming from a pure place. And I don't think men understand that. I don't think they understand that that ring, while it's just an object, it's a symbol to us. And it's not about a symbol of how much you love me. Me wearing your ring is a symbol that we love each other and we're making a commitment to each other. So if you play me like, oh, she gonna say yes to this ring even though I've cheated on her. And I hate to say it, but it's some women out there that will accept a ring after finding out that a man has cheated on her. She will still accept that ring because that's all she wanted anyway, and he knew that. He has no plans on changing. He has no plans on communicating better or not cheating. We're gonna be back with Maury after the wedding.
See, that goes into what I said. Like, that goes into what I said with the whole like, yo, of all things to pick, like, if you gonna pick something to be dramatic, pass the fuck out and be like,
no,
I had a heart, like, have a fake a heart attack or something.
But that's not gonna happen.
That will stop the show. Not know you getting down on your knees.
But that stops the show too. That stops the show too, because nobody expects him to drop on his knees when we're on a show about cheating. When we're on a show and he done failed a lie detector test and he got 8 kids out in the world.
At that point,
like nobody.
At that point, yeah, that shit is expected. Like, what is it? Oh, he gonna drop.
He gonna propose. Yeah, but she says yes because he knows her well enough. Imagine I don't know if anybody watches. I know he watches it with me, but I watched this show called 4 Weddings, and I watched a lot of the repeats because the new ones are never on. And when I was watching the show, it was a lady on the show that had 4 kids, right? And she had been with her. Oh, you gotta go watch it. Listen, this woman had been with her man since high school, literally since high school. So she said 13 or 14 years she had been with him unmarried. And she had his babies. She moved in with him. She did all of this good stuff. She played the wife. And then on their 5th, it was like 15 years. On their 15th wedding, like their 15th anniversary, he finally proposed. And he even says to the camera guy, oh, I mean, it's been 15 years. She done had my kids and we living in the same house. I guess it was about time that I married her. That is what I mean. Like, if that's the type of time you're going to take from a person, leave me the hell alone. Leave me alone. That's it. That's all I got for it. Is just leave me alone. Because what is that about? What is that about? And to admit that to the world, that you have taken 15 years, put 2 or 3 kids on this planet, and now you're ready to marry her because you finally, say what's real, you finally got whatever you needed to get out your system, and you realized after probably cheating and lying and being sneaky that it was nobody else out there that was going to put up with your crap the way she put up with your crap, and now you ready to marry her. That is some commitment ish. Or Or if not commitment issues, he just wanted to, he wanted to keep her around because that was his first love. And he probably, because of course she would never admit that on TV, but he probably went out there and played around, and they broke up a couple of times, came back, broke up, came back, and he finally came to some realization, or he was too old in his head to keep playing those types of games. Yep. And he played her. He played her, and she stayed and she waited until he proposed. And that is the whole premises of a shut up ring. He proposed to her when they were in high school. So 15 years went past before he decided to do it again and actually get married this time.
I like Baltimore.
That does look like Baltimore. And be taken care of. I think that is what a lot of my issue is with us women. We are so quick to give everything in a relationship. And I'm not saying don't give something. Don't, because somebody said to me once before, the reason that your boyfriend made you his girl is because he's seen girlfriend qualities in you. So the only way a man's gonna make you his wife is if he can see some type of wife qualities in you. And that's okay, and I'm not mad at that. But do you give it all to them? Do you give them all of the wife privileges? Like, why? Why would you? Because now it's like, I'm going to give you a sample of what life could be. But am I going to go hard and give you everything? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I am still a girlfriend, then we are still doing boyfriend-girlfriend things. You are not going to be bringing your clothes over to my house, have me washing your drawers for you. We not going to play those types of games. Like, we not going to play house. And then you don't feel the need to marry me because I'm already doing it. And he gonna start singing. I'm already doing it for you, so why would you marry me? I'm already bearing your kids. I'm already washing your clothes. I'm already cleaning your house, helping with the bills, trying to get along with your mama and your daddy. Like, I am already doing what a wife does for free, without you having to put a ring on my finger, without the wedding. Hell, even if you just took me to the courthouse, you're not even doing that. Like, you don't even feel the need to, because I'm already giving it all to you. And I think that's the mistake that we make. And I think that I don't like telling people, what to do. But I think that if, as women, we actually stood our ground and was like, listen, I'm going to help, but there's a cutoff to where my help is, because now we're crossing territories that we're not in. We're not on those levels. We should have packages. Like when you join an insurance company.
It's funny, but I'm just saying, it's funny when you look at shit like that. Like you look at guys. I mean, you look at the guys when they find a girl start cooking. She come over the house all the time. She start cooking. Basically, she start moving in. She got a toothbrush there and all that. And then it's like, you think about it, and y'all moving towards that. Y'all think that y'all moving towards being together. Y'all being together and y'all getting married.
She lives her life. Hell yeah.
Then the guy just starts not. Then it's like, he's like, oh yeah. Then he keep going around. We know.
But Nova said that her boyfriend, now her husband, when he was out partying, so was she. But that to play, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does. It makes sense. But see, you two had an understanding between each other. Now, if that's open dialogue and that's open communication, and that is something that all parties in the situation has agreed upon, I'm cool with it. But what saddens me is that the women walk into it thinking that she's fighting for this spot, when in reality the guy has no intentions on marrying her. And I think that's a problem with a lot of relationships, is a lack of communication. And you be so afraid that you're going to hurt that person's feelings that you play along with something that you know that you don't want. I'm sorry, what was you about to say?
No, the same thing. Like, you already know that you're not going to get married. Like, when I was with Candy, she was talking marriage shit, and I was saying, I'm not getting married till I'm 80.
Till he 80. And then right after he broke up with her.
Then niggas asked me, why 80? I'm like, because that's I got 1 foot in the grave. That is I only got 1 foot in the grave, so it ain't going to be that long. But then,
he might go ghost. I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. Not every, and that's another thing I want to touch on. Not every woman wants to get married. And men are so quick to throw that in a woman's face to try to control her. Like, You want to get married, right? You want me to make you my wife, right? Like, what do you do if I strike that ego and be like, no, motherfucker, I have no. What if you wanted to get married and she just said to you, I'm not getting married until I'm 80? Like, men are so quick to say hurtful shit like that. And then if the woman was to say it back to y'all, you would not know what to do with yourself.
But see, the problem with that was, at the time, the problem with that, at the time, it wasn't me trying to be hurtful.
But that's hurtful.
I understand, but that was how, at that time.
Let me get my tea.
At that time, I didn't understand, having chill. Like having a chill.
You didn't have no tact, no coof or whatever.
Saying, when I was saying how I was feeling, it was kind of like no regards to people's feelings.
Well, I'm happy that you realize that now, and because you said that to me, and you'd have been dumped.
But that was the issue. And it's like at that time, like I wasn't thinking about getting married.
But you could have just said that.
No.
You could have just said.
We had a conversation, and I apologize for saying it like I did. We had a conversation about it, and I apologize for saying it like I did in front of everybody, like I did. Yeah. I apologize to her and everybody because it wasn't me trying to be malicious or anything like that. It was just. Like y'all said, it was a question, and I said no.
And you could have just said a normal no. Jesus Christ, jeez. You could have just been like, nah, ain't no time. That ain't what I want. Listen, he thought I was pregnant once, and his immediate reaction to a pregnancy that was not there was, we should move in together. We should get married. And I hurt feelings. Oh, he gone. Bye.
Oh my goddamn.
Did you take her out to walk? Y'all go ahead. And when he thought I was pregnant, he was like, we should get married. We should move in together. And I laughed. Like, just listen, there's nothing going on in here. But if it was, that is not the response that I want. I don't want to get married. I don't want to move in with you. Like, I don't want to play those games. And I think that's what a lot of men just assume that we want because we're supposed to be these emotional... we're supposed to be these emotional creatures that cannot seem to like home in our stuff. And don't get me wrong, we are. I'm a Pisces. I am the most emotional of the on my sleeve. Everything about me, I tend to blurt it out as I'm feeling it. But I also, oh snap! But I also have like this crazy, doesn't really fit the Pisces criteria because then I'm also quick I want to be hurt, but I think that's also Pisces in me. The Pisces in me doesn't want to get hurt, but the Pisces in me also wants to. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with being a strong, independent woman at all, but I just feel like people are so quick to put a label on us because we're women, and they're so quick to assume that a pretty shiny ring on our finger or whatever the case may be, that is going to stop everything else in the relationship. If we have problems in that relationship, that ring don't change nothing. A baby don't a baby don't change nothing. None of that changes. None of that changes. Listen, Nova, all I'm saying is I just feel like it's so like people should not just put stigmas on us. I have a sister. I have three sisters. But my oldest sister, she don't play feelings. I think this woman has been engaged for like 6 years now. She's the one that doesn't want to get married. She's the one who took the ring to shut him up. And so what I try to get men to understand is understand that we can play that game too. We cannot want to get married. We can not want to hear you complaining about your family and your future. Like, we can feel how you feel. Listen, we can feel how you feel. We can play that game. She has been engaged for almost 6, if not 7 years. My sister got engaged literally right after I got married. Me and Aaron have been married for almost 6 years this year, and she's still engaged. She's still engaged. So she got engaged before us, like before I got married, and she's still engaged. She refuses to do it. She will not get married. She won't. She would rather get her tubes untied and have 8 more kids before she marries him. That's how she feels. She just doesn't, she's not one of those girls or one of those women who feel like she needs to be married. It shuts a lot of people up. It shuts a lot of people up. More people than I think we can even imagine. It shuts people up so fast, so quickly. And I think my biggest issue with it all, like, and like I said, when Aaron was watching The Breakfast Club, I just hate when I hear men just immediately label us like, oh, men only cheat for ego. And that's true, but is ego not an emotion? That's an emotion. You hear a man be quick to be like, oh, I cheated because you didn't make me feel wanted, or I cheated because you didn't make me feel love, or I cheated, like, it's always a underlying emotion, but like the word that they use is I cheated because of my ego. But then underneath for ego, it's all these emotions that they've been trained not to talk about. And I think that's my issue. And I think my issue with married couples, because, Nova, you got me. My issue with some new married couples, they are. I mean, they not even on the spectrum with us at all. I know that for men, they looked at as weak if they express themselves. And us as women, it's a totally different thing. You're getting an emotion from us, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Whereas though men, it's always neutral. Because they don't ever want to be looked at as weak. They don't ever want to be looked at as, a sissy or whatever it is. So they don't ever really express the emotion. They start coming up with shit like ego. Oh, I was just ego tripping. No, you was hurting. You was hurting because your wife or your girl wasn't making you feel special about yourself. Just go ahead and call a spade a spade. It's cool. It's okay. But I know that they won't and they can't because they gotta be men. Absolutely. They gotta be men. They gotta be the man and the king. And I tell him all the time, look, you still king, but you can't be walking around not telling me how you feel. Look, you still king. You can cry in front of me and you still king. Kings cry. Kings cry, kings hurt, kings feel. Like, you are not Superman. Hell, Superman cried, Batman cried. They be all into these superheroes trying to be like their favorite superhero, but the other side that you don't see is that the superhero got feelings. Flesh, listen, they don't be trying to hear that. That's it. They don't be trying to hear that. They don't be trying to hear none of that. We can tell them that all day and all night, and they could care less. They could care less, and it's okay. But I just want it to not be so stereotypical all the time. I just want it to not be, she did that because of this, and the third. And I wish that people would just more like, I miss that old time marriage. I miss them old time relationships. Not the cheating and having another family part of it, but the being willing and open to, one, keep your business to yourself between husband and wife. Two, be willing to work things out amongst each other. And three, just be able to communicate and work, like, and love each other so that you can be married for a long time. Like, divorce has become so easy. It's like a scapegoat. It's like people do it in everything in life now. And it's sad. It's sad to see. Instead of working out, you go get weight loss surgery because you don't want to work out. So you do the weight loss surgery instead. Instead of trying to fix your marriage, you file for divorce or you cheat because you're trying to find a way out because it's too hard. But the one thing that I learned about being married is the marriage isn't hard. We are. We the people. We the people are hard. That's the problem. Like, that's the problem with it. We, the people, make it hard. We make it unbearable because we don't want to be loved and we don't want to communicate and we don't want to try hard enough no more. And that's the thing that's disheartening to me. And I wish that people would just be honest before we even get to that part. Tell me that you don't want to get married. Tell me that you have no intentions on doing, on marrying me. Tell me that. Tell me that up front so I can make the decision if I want to stay with you or not. Don't take my choice away from me. And I think that's where I be having a problem, is the choices be taken away because you are more concerned about yourself and you are more concerned about not wanting to lose me because it's easier it is easier for you. Dang, it's a lot going on. It is easier for you to play me that way. And I don't want to be played that way. I want to make a decision if I want to stay in a situation where I never get married. Let me make that choice. And as a man, if I'm a woman and I don't want children, I'm not going to allow you to marry me and I know that you want kids. I'm not going to allow you to marry me when I know for a fact that I have no desire to be a mother. And then we get married and you're under the assumption that I'm about to give you a kid. They don't want to be alone. They'll never. But you know what? I wish they would just say it. That's what I wish. I wish that they would just say, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want you to walk away from me. I don't want you to leave me by myself. I don't want that. I wish they would say that, and then we could work from there. We would be able to work from that place and be okay from that place, but they don't. They don't tell us that, and I wish they would. And I wish women would be honest and say what's real on their heart too, because we lie too. We quick to lie. We are quick to lie and tell you, oh, I'm okay with not getting married. I'm okay with not having kids. I just want to be with you. Like, Aaron be having me in here watching wrestling, and when Total Divas came on, Nikki Bella and John Cena, if anybody else watches wrestling, when Nikki Bella first came on Total Divas and she was dating John Cena and they moved in together, and he said to her, you need to sign this contract. And it was a literal sign, like it was a real life contract of, you won't do this in my home, you won't do this in my home, you will obey these rules, you will do this, you will do that. Like when he gave her that contract and I watched her say she was going to sign it, it broke me. It broke me. Yes. Yes, he gave her a full-blown contract. She left. She went to a hotel for a night, came back. She said she was going to sign the contract because she loved him. And then he felt like an asshole, so he took the contract and ripped it up and was like, oh, wow. Oh, shit. I can't deal with that. That's too much for me. Mm-mm. He's a YouTuber. Oh, I need him. All right, then I need to check that out. I need to go look into that because um that's that. But see, men don't think that is. They don't think that it's bad to be chauvinistic because that's what that is. That controlling bullshit and that chauvinistic bull. And like I said, I felt bad for her. And if that dude is doing that, then he needs to have all those hated ass videos because that is unacceptable. This is not the 20s or the 30s or whatever. Like, we are just not in that time where that is cool or it's okay. And he need to be kicked in the balls probably because that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. You don't do that. Don't talk like that. But John Cena, he threw me off because, and I mean, it made me not like him real life. Like, you know how they be having the storylines going on wrestling or whatever, and you don't like them because, you know, TV, the wrestling say. But to see him on a reality show being a jerk, it threw me off. It threw me off so bad, and it just made me hurt for her because she loved that man. She loved him, and she even went the extra mile. She was in the process of freezing her eggs because he said he didn't want any kids. And so she froze her eggs just in case the marriage didn't work out. So, like, we're already predicting the ending of a marriage or a relationship before it even gets a fair chance to start. So she went to go freeze her eggs, and John found out about it, and he got upset. Like, he got upset with her, not because she was freezing her eggs, but because she didn't tell him that she was freezing the eggs. And she didn't freeze her eggs. Like, she didn't freeze her eggs because she was just like, John was enough. And I think females like that is what make every female look kind of crazy and look kind of bad, because this is your security blanket for you. Not for him, it's for you. You know that you want kids. You don't know what this relationship is going to do. And so you freeze your eggs so that when the time comes, if the time comes, and you're ready to have a child, you can do that. But because this man says to you, don't do it, or he feels bad or hurt, then you don't secure yourself down. Like, I think a lot of problems with it is we don't It couldn't. It is. It's. She just chose him, and that's what was said. That's what Hurt needs to see, because you hear her talk about how badly she just wants a family and she wants kids and she wants a husband and she wants it all with him, and when he did not give her the response that she wanted, she stopped the process. She stopped talking about getting married. She stopped talking about having kids. She gave up everything to make him happy because she wanted to stay, and that makes all of us look bad because the men like, aha, if she'll do it for John Cena, I know I can find a woman that can do it for me. And then he get his little feelings hurt more times than not. But there are women out there that's willing to give it all up just to have a man in her space, in her corner. And that's just something that I've never understood. They can get away with anything, and that's what's really sad to me, that you put it out there that they can get away with anything, and you let them get away with anything just so that you don't have to be alone, and you accept those shut up rings because you know he not gonna marry you. It's been 18 years. You accept them shut up rings because you just want to be able to show your friends that you got a ring on your finger, and you accept it and you make it okay to go another 10 to 15 years without the wedding ever happening because he stayed with you and he gave you, at least he gave you the ring. And it's disheartening because we've been taught as women that that is the ultimate goal. That is the ultimate end all be all. You be a mother and you be a wife. We've been taught that from the time we came out of our moms and they realized we was little girls, all the way up to the moment that we ourselves as women decide to change our minds and decide that we are not going to accept that, and that does not have to be the end all be all for us, just because that was the ultimate goal for like our great grandparents and our great grandmamas and our mothers, depending on, you know, when your mother was born. Like, that was the end all be all, and the ultimate honor is to be a wife. But we as women also talk bad about women who don't want kids, and we talk bad about women who don't want to get married. So we're part of our own problem. And that's why men can get away with what they get away with, because they got that one female friend or that one sister or that one girl cousin, and he go and he talk to her and he's like, what you think I can do to get her off my case? And that one female, like, well, what she want? She just want to do she want to get married or do she want to get engaged? And it's a difference. It's a difference between wanting to get married for the marriage and wanting to get engaged for the notoriety. Like, oh, I'm engaged, and you get to take all your pretty Snapchat pictures, and in every goddamn picture we got a picture of your hand and your ring, but you're not prepared for the marriage. And men know that they're not ready. They know that they're not ready. They'll tell you in subtle ways that they are not ready. They will. They'll tell you in subtle ass ways that they're not ready to get married. And the way they do it is they never propose to your ass. Ever. They don't talk about it. They don't sit down and watch TV with you. They don't watch. You be watching Say Yes to the Dress. His ass walk in the other room. He don't want to hear about the goddamn dress. He don't want to hear about Randy ass. He will go outside. Listen, they do things to let you know that is not what I want. And you get some that are bold, and they don't even have to do subtle things. They'll just flat out tell you, I don't want to get married. But because you as a woman has invested so much time, we won't hear that. You know what I mean? We won't hear him say he doesn't want to get married. What we hear is he doesn't want to get married right now. But what he said was, I don't want to get married. Just like with the kids thing. We hear, oh, he just don't want kids right now. But what he said was, I don't want kids. Period. Like, that was the end of the statement. There wasn't any extra. It does become a challenge. It does become a challenge, a big one, because how do you overcome those hurdles? How do you overcome not understanding or just simple communication or simple cues? And for a man, he's not going to leave. He's just not going to do it, because he's good being with you, but he just doesn't want to marry you. Oh, it's hit. Oh, it's hit. In the way that some women cope with their egos being hit is they start putting words in that didn't exist. That's what a lot of them do. They'll put words in that wasn't said. Like, He'll say, I don't want to get married. I don't want kids. I'm cool right here. And then she'll go, oh, he doesn't want to get married and have kids right now. We good right now. But later, he's definitely going to want to marry me because look at all the things I do for him. And I keep trying to explain to like friends of mine, listen, you can be giving this man gold bars that you went and mined yourself. And you bring it to him every morning. There's a gold bar with his favorite breakfast and his favorite juice, and you got the game queued up for him, and he'll still not want to marry you. He'll still not want to have kids with you. And I just wish that we didn't take it so personal when we finally do break up with guys like that, and then he goes and finds a wife. I just wish we didn't take it so personal and take it as a hit to our egos and a hit to us, because the truth is, sometimes for her birthday. Oh, yeah. Oh. I wish I could tell you guys this story that literally just happened to me, but it's so fresh and it's so raw, I cannot tell it to you guys. Maybe in another month or so, once some of the stuff died down, I'll be able to share it with you guys because it is extremely fresh. But you're right. You're absolutely positively right. You bring me a ring on my birthday or Valentine's Day or Christmas. You good over there, Nova? Let me know you good over there. Oh, all my messages. Listen, I need to just keep this thing in my lap so I can read y'all stuff. It wasn't a chord for me, but for the person in question, if she ever came across this, it would be a chord for her. And I am not pressed about the friend. I mean, let me not say I'm not pressed about the friendship. We weren't friends, but if she knew what I know, if she understood what I understand, I'm trying to show some respect. You're right. I'm absolutely trying to show some, like, if she understood what's really going on in her relationship, I don't think there would be a relationship. But out of respect, I will not share that right now. But I will share it because it's partially my story too. So, I will. This is partially my story too. So when I feel like I'm done being respectful and I feel like I'm ready to share it, I will most definitely share it, and I will go out of my way like I do in all of my story times, and I will bleep out names and make sure that identities are protected. But when it's time, I am going to tell it because the lies that are circulating with the situation is what's bothering me. That is the problem that I'm having. There is a bunch of lies circulating with the situation, and nobody has stepped up, and nobody has said that's not what the truth is. And they're just letting people make assumptions, which to me, if you know the truth and you're not correcting people, you're a liar. That's it. You're a liar. If you know what the truth is and you can like fix it, then you should fix it. Don't just let people make assumptions and be like, well, I'm not the one saying it. You're just as bad as the person that's doing the assuming and the rumor spreading. So no. The story is coming. It's I'm gonna let it die down some more. I'm gonna let it simmer down a little bit more. And it will definitely be a story time when the time comes. But I'm trying to be respectful and let her be happy and let her enjoy her newfound level of relationshipness. You know what I mean? I'm trying to let her do that. But I'm gonna kill that dream real quick because I don't like liars. I don't do good with them. But I just want people to not take things so personal. And I want people to realize when somebody's just trying to shut you up and shut your feelings up, because that's basically what I'm doing. If I walk up and be like, Nova girl, marry me. I know we've been together for 15, 16, 17 years and you got, 30 of my babies, but I'm ready to get married right now. You would probably look at me and be like, hell no. Hell no, we not getting married right now. So that's why you want to get married, because you realize that, you know what I mean? Like, you realize that there's nothing else out there. So I'm like the consolation prize. Because I'm not the number one choice if that is why you deciding to marry me right now. You're only deciding to marry me because you feel like there's nothing else out there. And so because there's nothing else out there, I'm good enough. Hell no, I'm not marrying you. I don't even want the ring. Matter of fact, we don't even need to be together no more. Nobody's consolation prize. I should not. You done playing. Exactly. You done playing. You done, realizing that nobody's going to do what I'm doing or whatever it is that you was trying to figure out, sowing your seed or whatever. And now all of a sudden, I'm good enough for you. Don't accept no damn shut up ring. And I be wanting to tell people that all the time. Like, don't. If it didn't come from a genuine place, why would you want it? Like, does that make sense? Like, it's not really coming from a genuine place. And you can tell when a dude being genuine and when he's just doing it because he don't know what else to do with himself. He couldn't think of a better gift for you, so he went and bought you a ring. That's what? You could earrings, a necklace, shit, nothing. I'd take nothing for 100, Alex. Instead of thinking that we about to get married, I would rather you give me nothing and explain that you didn't know what to get me and you wasn't about to buy me a ring. When we was in the mall right before Valentine's Day, I had never, do you hear me? Never seen that many men at K's in a single day. Never. And everybody was buying rings. Everybody was buying rings. I usually go through K's just to window shop because I don't particularly shop from K's. So I just usually go in there to window shop because I like pretty shiny things. But the week before Valentine's Day, I have never seen so many. It's like if you turn on a light for a fly and all the flies come to the light. That is literally what it looked like. Everybody was in there trying to figure out ring sizes and styles. I mean, I would have loved to work at Cage just for the week of Valentine's Day and the week leading up to it because commission was bomb. Oh, commission was bomb. I mean, they was upselling shit that just seemed like it shouldn't have been so expensive, but men didn't care. They didn't know what else to do. They didn't know where else to go. They didn't know. Rings just became the hot commodity in that moment, and I was just shaking my damn head like, Jesus. How many of y'all gonna actually get married though? Don't ruin a day for me either. Don't give me a ring on Valentine's Day and then we never get married, and now I hate fucking Valentine's Day because of you. Now I can't celebrate Valentine's Day. Now, when Valentine's Day come around, I turn into one of those people that's on Facebook talking about F-love and bum, bum, bum. Like, don't turn me into that person. Don't do it on my birthday, because I like my birthday. Don't do it on Valentine's Day, because damn it, I like Valentine's Day. And don't do it on Christmas. Leave the holidays out of it. If you are going to genuinely propose, do not propose to me on a holiday, because I would think that you're joking. Yeah, because when Aaron said something to me about, because he didn't propose, he kind of was like, you should pick a wedding date. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then like a month after he said that to me in July of 2010. He said, you should pick a wedding date. And I thought he had lost his goddamn mind because we had just started dating like 4 or 5 months prior to that. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then some time had went past and we ended up in the harbor, and I seen a couple out on the water. If you've ever been to Baltimore, our harbor port is like a shopping mall and restaurants and stuff like that. So it's a lot of event spaces down there. And there was 2 weddings going on. There was a wedding going on in the ballroom, and then there was a wedding on the boat. And I seen a glimpse of the bride and the groom. And I, as a girl, was like, oh, her dress is so pretty, like, as a girl. Not thinking about him or what he said prior to me. And he looked at me again and was like, right, so when you gonna pick a wedding date? That is how it happened. I realized he was serious, and I went, oh, shit, you weren't playing. Like, I think it's a joke. Like, I thought it was a joke. So if he'd have did that on a holiday, I'd have laughed in his face, and I'd have probably hurt his damn feelings. So let's just be happy he didn't propose to me on a holiday, because I think when men propose on a holiday, they don't know what else to do, and you don't want to try, and so you just opt for a ring. You go to like Pandora and you get one of those like $106 rings, and she like showing that thing off, and really, that's not what it is. I want women to stop accepting rings on holidays because they usually shut up rings. A lot of people got a lot of shut up rings out of the mall, out of Sugarloaf Mall in Georgia. Sorry if I'm blowing up anybody's spot, but if I saw your face, I can point you out, and that's where I'm at with it, and that's how I feel. And it's just sad. It's just sad that I don't know, we falling apart. Love is falling apart, and I ain't gonna say I'm losing hope in it. I just feel like it's falling apart. It's not. I want like my grandmama and my granddaddy love, where we stick together through whatever, and we get through whatever, and we have some respect for each other. And nowadays, men will bring a woman into your home and your bed while your baby downstairs taking a nap, and then call you crazy when you try to shoot them or stab them. Then you the crazy one, and they don't understand where all this anger and this frustration came from. And I think that's why we are called emotional creatures, because they've never had it happen to them. They've never came home. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, you don't even know. Mess him up. The house. I'm not even gonna say nothing, Nova. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna walk upstairs. I'm gonna see that happening, and I'm gonna tiptoe back out. If I got kids or a dog, I'm gonna grab the babies. I'm gonna grab the pets, and I'm gonna set the goddamn house on fire. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm not even confronting nobody. You gonna see you when you running from that house that has been set ablaze. That's when we gonna see each other. You gonna notice me when I'm standing next to the firefighters and watching the whole goddamn house go up in flames. You will never cheat on another woman ever again. I promise you that. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight. Nope, I'm not gonna fight. It's my goddamn house. I can set it on fire if I want to. I'm gonna set the damn house on fire. That's what I'm gonna do. And I don't want the damn insurance money. I wanted to prove a goddamn point. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting over something that cheated. That means he ain't belong to me. So, no. But you will not, nor will she be comfortable in my home. There will be no home. So I hope she got one. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's my problem with relationships nowadays. There's a lack of respect. There's a lack of communication. And my millennials are not helping at the hell all. My millennial babies are making it worse, because now they are more open and more prone to accepting the bull. They're more open and more prone to having open relationships. And I'm just not, I respect it if that's what you want, but then you give other people this idea that it's okay to come for us women who not about to do that. They make it okay for our generation of men to be like, so I was watching TV and I seen this polygamy couple and I was just, hell no, that's what I'm about to. You want to be polygamous? Go become a Mormon. Take your ass to Utah and you go find you somebody that's gonna be open to that, because I'm not. So you can go ahead and get on out of here. My millennial babies, they they open to some things that we not open to, and our grandparents probably wasn't open to either, although granddaddy might have had a couple of side pieces around the corner, and you might have been playing with your brother or your sister and you ain't know it. So I guess an open, honest relationship about sleeping with other people is better than that. So I guess I can't be too mad at my millennials. The thing about the guessing game, that I don't think people understand is that sometimes you don't have to guess too hard, because a person gonna show you exactly who they are up front. You know what I mean? And so sometimes as people, not even just like women in general, men too, sometimes we just gotta pay attention to the signs that's in front of us. We got to pay attention to what they're doing. You got to pay attention to what your woman doing and how she moving. And pay attention to what your man doing and how he moving. Sometimes it's really not a guessing game. Sometimes we purposely ignore shit because we don't want to be hurt. And we purposely ignore shit because we don't want to face that this is what's really going on. So I think when it's like a guessing game, I think we should just probably step back and pay more attention to the bigger picture instead of just being stuck in la la land and going through that honeymoon phase, because we go through it twice. You go through it when you first get with a person, you ignore all the red signs. Then if you're lucky enough, you get married and they're still doing the same stuff, but because we're in that honeymoon phase of the marriage, we ignore it again. And now next thing you know, you 70 years old, you done gave up the best parts of your life and you gave up your career, and you find out that your husband or your wife been out creeping and sneaking and they got a whole double life, and it ain't shit we can do about it now. That's the crazy thing. That's the shot to the ego. That's the shot to the heart, is that you love somebody more than you love yourself, so much that you purposely ignore what you should be paying attention to. I think that's where we go wrong. What time is it? What time is it? Ooh, okay. I done missed all of Maury. I done talking to you guys. I done missed all of Maury. About to miss all of Dr. Phil. Oh my goodness. So I think the way I'm gonna wrap that up is just pay attention to the signs. I did look. That's the look. I don't do when I do watch regular TV, like when I'm off of my cable channels. That is my go-to. Maury and Dr. Phil, and then like Family Feud, and then regular TV goes away until the next day. Or I'm lying, and I will watch Law and Order on the newer episodes. So I'll watch that on regular TV. But a lot of times I'm on like VH1 and WeTV. I'm all over the place on the cable box. So certain days of the week and certain times of the day, I'll watch regular TV. But it's okay. I don't mind missing my shows for y'all. It's cool. It's all reruns anyway. See, I got but see, that's what I mean. I got the Fire Stick. We got Amazon Prime. And so sometimes I will miss regular TV, like my cable shows, because I be on Amazon Prime trying to find shows and watching the original series and stuff like that. I used to have Netflix, but I be kind of like teeter-tottering with Netflix. I think I only pay for my Netflix because of Orange is the New Black. And probably because of House of Cards. It all depends on how I'm feeling that season. And Aaron, make sure that it gets paid. Yeah. When we were living in Baltimore and the Orange is the New Black, Orange is the New Black is life. It's life. Oh, that if you told me that I could just binge watch from season 1 up until now, I would. And I would do it twice just to prove to you how I feel about it. Yes, Orange is the Black is most definitely life. And I am so happy that we getting ready to get some new cast members and we getting ready to shake some things up. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Orange is the New Black. And did they release Addams Family yet? I stopped looking for it. Have they released their version of the Addams Family? Because that's another reason why I've been honestly trying to like keep up on my payments, because sometimes I don't be caring about it. Amazon Prime got a little bit more going on as far as the shows are going, but I want to see I want to see their versions of the Addams Family. Oh, yeah, I know. That hurt. You spelled it right, girl. You spelled that right. You good. And even if you didn't, I know exactly. Yeah, I know. I know. And the crazy thing is, when we went into the lockdown of the prison, when he died, I was clapping. Aaron was like, how morbid are you? You just watched a man die. I said, I don't care. I don't care that I watched the person die. He shouldn't have killed her. He shouldn't have did her like that. His ass deserved to die. Aaron just thought I had lost my goddamn mind. He was like, I can't believe you were in here clapping. Yes, he needed to goddamn die. Aaron, like, I can't believe you in here clapping and celebrating the death of a person. How morbid are you? I said, listen, that was one of the first times that they killed off a character that meant something. So he deserved to die. He had to go. He had to go. Now, I understand why they killed her character off, but that didn't make it any easier for me. I didn't care why they killed the damn character off. He had to die, and he did, and I'm happy with it. I'm good with it now. I'm ready to just move on and release that anger, because I was real life mad at him because she been with us from the beginning. Yeah, the biggest message in the show. And a lot of times what they would tiptoe around a little bit. They would like touch on things, but that was the first time they made a big statement and it hit where it was supposed to hit. And it wasn't done in a way where I felt like they were just trying to take advantage of what was going on in the world to get views. I feel like they did it the right way and they did it tastefully. So I was good. I mean, I was hurt that she died, but I got where they were going with it. And so let's see what they got for us. What they got for us next, because I most definitely will be watching. Right. I'll be watching. I'll be watching and staying tuned. I was going to start doing reviews on it, but I realized everybody don't have Netflix and everybody don't know what Orange is the New Black is. I still have people like, what you doing? And I'll be like, watching Orange is the New Black. And they be like, what is that? And I'll be wanting to say bad words like, where the fuck you been? Under a rock? But I don't, because I got to understand everybody ain't got Netflix. But they don't know what they missing. They missing out on an amazing show. They most definitely are. Did they cancel Dear White People? Because I used to watch that too. I would watch Orange is the New Black. Like, I would rotate it out. Really? One. Oh, wow. That's depressing. Damn. They need to put it on HBO maybe. But then again, maybe not. Oh, I need to find out if they canceled it. I really like that show. I would rotate out. I feel like they not going too hard either. I think it's just the right amount of what's happening without overdoing it and trying to use the things that's going on. I think it's a really good show too. And I used to rotate it out. I would watch one episode of Orange is the New Black, and then I watch another episode of Dear White People, and I would teeter-totter on my days off. I would binge both, but not all in one set. And I would like cut off and cut one on. And I think Aaron left me sitting here by myself for like 18 hours trying to watch both shows before I had to go back to work. So, yeah, I'm the crazy one here. But he'll sit and watch Luke Cage from season goddamn 1 to the season that it's in now. And then in between that, he'll be watching Iron Fist and Jessica Jones. And I don't say a damn thing. But the minute I start watching my stuff, he got a judgment. He's judging me. What? Netflix is a setup. Netflix is a setup. They know that you're going to sit and watch all them damn shows and you're going to try to watch them all too. Netflix be playing with us. Man, I'm not messing with Netflix. I can't mess with Netflix. It will have me in my house forever. They going to fire me from my damn job. Because if I got into Netflix too deep, no, but Yeah. I had seen Jane the Virgin. Aaron's mother actually met the actress, the one that plays Jane. She met her and got a picture with her for me when she was in New York. So when she got that picture, I became like the world's biggest fan then, because like I literally had a picture of her. So I just started watching that. And I started watching, what is that? Zombie. God damn it. I was just watching it Monday night. It just came on TV. She's awesome. My mother-in-law is awesome. She meets people all the time. Z Nation. Is it Z Nation? No, it's a zombie girl, and she eat, like, everybody knows that she eat brains or something. It's some weird ass show that comes on the CW on Monday nights at 9. And I started watching it because I thought I was waiting for Supernatural to come on, but I didn't know that they had moved Supernatural's day. And so I'm watching CW thinking that Supernatural getting ready to come on, and then that came on and I got hooked to it. But the sad thing is I didn't get too hooked to it to the point where I remember the name of the damn show, because I sometimes watch it if I'm not watching Prime. iZombie, yes, that is the name of that show. Thank you. I'm so happy somebody else sees it and watches it. Do you watch it? I haven't watched this season, or no, I didn't watch the last season. I didn't watch like maybe the last 6 episodes. I stopped caring. I became a bad panda. Like, I legit stopped caring about it. And that's my fault, because I had to catch up on Supernatural. So, of course, I had to turn to my Netflix, pay for it so that I could watch all the Supernatural. You stop caring too. See, I don't know. It's just not interesting to me. Like, I don't care that she eat brains. I don't. It's just so. I think when Walking Dead came out and Walking Dead did so good, everything became about zombies. Everything. Z Nation, iZombie, the movies was all about zombies. I don't know. When you get a chance, if you can, find a movie called The Girl with All the Gifts. That shit is about zombies. It's a good one. I love I'm a comic book head. So when I found out the show was coming on, I was like the biggest critic. I was reading Walking. I'm still reading Walking Dead, to tell you the God honest truth. So I was like in the process of reading The Walking Dead, and then I heard the show was coming on, and I was just like, yes. And when I thought that Glenn died in that trash can, like under that dumpster that night, I was pissed because I was like, he has to die by a bat. Negan has to kill him. You guys cannot take that part of the comic from me. You have taken enough, damn it. Okay? You have taken enough from me. Yeah, I've read past that. And that's why I've been trying to work out some of the characters. So what I started doing is I would write all the characters' names down, and then I would refer back to the they didn't change so much of it. They didn't change so much of it in the show, so it don't even matter. Honestly, if you read the comic books and then turned around and watched the show, you would still be confused and not knowing what's going on because they've changed a lot. They've changed a lot. Like Carl, I ain't even gonna tell you, but because I want you, if you're not caught up, I don't want to tell you. But it's just a lot that they getting ready to do and they're doing that has nothing to do with the comic. Just like Tyrese. Tyrese character was supposed to be what Daryl was. So I don't know what they did with Tyrese and why they vamped his character like that, because in the comic book, Tyrese was Daryl, but they gave Daryl Tyrese's storyline and then rewrote the whole thing over. Like Michonne had sex with Tyrese and Curl had sex with Tyrese, and then when we watch the show, it's Curl and Daryl. I don't know. I don't know. I get mad when I watch, because like I said, I'm a comic book head. I'm a geek at heart. And I watch these comics or I read these books. Like I be mad at Harry Potter. I be mad at I was mad at True Blood because I did read the True Blood comics. I was mad at True Blood. I'm mad at Walking Dead, but it doesn't stop me from watching because I'm nosy as hell and I just gotta see what they doing to my favorite comics. I get upset. So I be like pissed when they don't do it the right way. But when Glenn lived and then he died by bat, I was happy. I didn't care what they did after that. Up until they started talking about killing off Carl. Then that pissed me off. That made me mad. Because Carl doesn't die. Not right now. Not the way they're trying to do this. Oh, I know who you're talking about. And no, I can't think of her name either. She wasn't supposed to die. She wasn't. A lot of people... You read all the book? Oh, True Blood was so good. I was proud of the show, but I was kind of mad. I don't know. I think I just wanted them to change it to the point where she ended up with either Sam or the werewolf. Like, I didn't want her with a regular human. Yeah, I didn't want her with a regular human being. Like, I didn't want her to be jaded at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, y'all already changing everything. She's a goddamn fairy, so why would you put her Team Sam? I think I was Team Sam until he started blading the other shapeshifter, the werewolf girl. I was Team Sam until they got them two together. Then I was like, okay, I can see this making more sense because it's a complete thing for Sam. They can understand it. And Sookie is trouble. So I don't think Sam would have been able to keep up with that towards the end. And then, you know, you got a shape-shifting furry baby. That seemed kind of deep. That seemed a little deep. And I just didn't want Sookie with a human. Oh, God. Hold on. Let's do this. I need to go get my computer taken care of. That's what I need to do. I need to go get my computer taken care of probably tomorrow. But I don't know. True Blood was cool. And did you watch Big White Lie or Little White Lie? It come on HBO now, and it's about the girl who was raped and she ended up getting pregnant, so she moved to a small town, and then she gets to this small town and all these crazy secrets come out. It was. Oh, when you get a chance, watch it. It's so good. It's so good. I won't even tell you. This young girl got raped one night, and she tries to run away from her problem. So she moves to this like really small town, and everybody got issues. I can't give you more than that. She befriends a couple of women and everybody got issues and everybody got drama. It's a lot of sex and mystery and you just trying to figure it all out. It's a really good show. So if you ever get a chance to like binge watch it this weekend, if you got some time, do it. I'm telling you, it is a awesome show. That and The Leftovers. I don't know if you watched The Leftovers, but The Leftovers is bomb too. The Leftovers is amazing. And what else? In Divorce. I don't really like that one too much, but I be trying to watch it. I try to give a show at least like a half a season before I count it out. Because I know some shows start off real slow and then they'll get really, really good. But I just can't seem to get past this third episode. That's the only problem with the one with Divorce. The lady that played Carrie in Sex and the City is in it. And I can't seem to get past the second damn episode. I'm struggling with it. But I am thinking about doing a second channel, but I'm not sure what I want my second channel to be yet. And I'm also working on some new videos for this channel. What y'all got? My goal is before the end of March to be at 200. That is my goal. And it is the hardest thing in the world. YouTube is playing because they took 5 subscribers from me. And then I think they just cleaning house right now. So I'm trying not to take it too personal. It is. I mean, you think that you're putting out good content. You know that you sit in your house and you like break your back and put your sweat and tears into it and you know, pump out the editing as best as you can. And then it's like you think you put out your best work because you done took like 3 or 4 days to edit it and retake it and reshoot it. And then you lose a subscriber. And you like, damn, I thought that one was good. Or you're not getting the views you were getting when you first started out. But what I realized is depending on what it is that we're talking about, depending on what it is that we're talking about, YouTube will traffic people to bigger channels. So it's almost like we don't stand a chance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That exactly. I feel like I posted some videos and like I lost 5 subscribers. And I really do feel like when it's certain topics, like based on what our channel may be, and it's not like any of us are coming up with anything original. We're just doing it the way we would like to see it done in our take on things. And it feels like YouTube would be like, oh, you're talking about that. Oh, it's another person over here on this channel talking about that same thing and they're making us money. So when people type this specific thing in, we're going to traffic them to that channel. And I mean, I get why they're doing it. Kind of, not really. But it's frustrating because you feel like you're not getting anywhere and YouTube is killing me. But I don't want to quit and I don't want to get discouraged. So I just keep trying as hard as I can. And I just set small goals. Like I'm not even thinking about that 1,000. That 1,000 is like the ultimate goal. But now I got small ones. Like if I can just get 5 subscribers today, I'm closer to 200. And then once I get to 200, it's like, okay, if I can just get to 250, like I'm not even trying to get to 1,000 tomorrow because it's impossible, because there's already channels out that do what we all do and they've already gotten it. They got their views and hell, they probably back then didn't even need it. Absolutely. That's all we can do is stay motivated, keep supporting each other and keep pushing and trying to become better and learn from one another. And I think that's why in a lot of our YouTube groups, I try to be as supportive as I can. But what I find that happens, and it kind of discourages me from being supportive, what I find that happens is everybody will scream, let's be supportive, and then you go and you be supportive and you're watching their videos and you're doing things like that, and everybody is out for self. And the reality of the situation is, as small channels, if that's the way we're going to carry it, none of us are really going to hit the milestones that we need to hit. Because if you're out for yourself, what happens? If it take a person too long to like check your video out, or if they was like, oh, you know, I got you, we're going to do this, and the third. The first thing that we do as natural humans is we unsubscribe, we stop watching, and that just hurts the damn channels. It hurts the channels. I told somebody the other day, please don't subscribe to me if you're looking for me to subscribe to you back, because you're not helping my channel. Because sometimes I can't get back to everybody as fast as I would like to, because I got a regular life and I got a regular job and I got regular things. I'm in school for childcare and psychology. So sometimes I can't get to you as quickly as you may want me to. So if you're only subscribing to me with the hopes that I'll subscribe back, just do me a favor and don't do that, because you make, I love babies. I love kids. I hate psychology, but apparently I have to take it because parents are crazy. I don't think it's for the kids. I think it's for the parents. I have my degree in childcare management, so ultimately I'm gonna open up a daycare, and I really think that's what the psychology is for. Once I open up the daycare, how to deal with the parents, because the kids are definitely not the problem most of the time. Yeah, I want to open up a daycare, and I want to do YouTube too, you know, because I love doing YouTube. I love being creative, but sometimes you gotta be realistic, and YouTube, it don't work out for everybody. And I can't quit my job and quit school to try to put it all into YouTube, because who gonna pay my bills? Not YouTube. Not right now anyway. Now, maybe if we can figure it out, YouTube can start paying us some money and stop these crazy ass restrictions to get monetized, then maybe, you know, when I start my second, well, I think that's what my second channel will be about. It's going to be geared more towards like DIYs and just more friendly things, because this channel is definitely for adults. I'd say a lot of bad words and I watch a lot of bad shows, and I have a lot of real conversations, and ain't no child nor shit. Hell, I think some adults don't even be mature enough to watch it. Yep, that's what's up. Listen, I have a brother that you would probably love. He took up the exact same thing, and now he is running his own little small company where he does his arts, and he does, I gotta bring him on so y'all can talk. Y'all might give each other some ideas. He got a little company going on, and he journals and he does art, and he also does I think he, okay, that's what's up. Nova girl, we be getting to know each other on here. I need to go clean. Listen, I literally was supposed to be gone like 10 or 15 minutes ago, and I then started talking all over again. And it is good talking to you guys, but I need to act like I need to cook and clean my house up, because they came in here today and tore my wall the hell up. You do? Ooh. I need to go. No, I can't be playing with you. I need to go. I need to clean my damn carpet. They came in here today and tore my wall up. And they tore it up and left a goddamn mess. So my complex has been deciding. Right. Let me stop, because we'll start talking all over again. Y'all have a good night. Thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys. I will probably go live Saturday, because I got some videos that I need to edit and get up. So I will see you guys later. Yes, we will. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, stream. Peace.